What's going on, everybody? As you can see, got my title belt, got the blue shirt, which means this is. I was about, you know what? I almost just messed it up. I just said a title belt, blue shirt. I was about to say, and this is a Monday Night Raw. I was about to say the whole Monday Night Raw thing. This is a Friday Night Smackdown review. This was a tame Smackdown. You know, it just it's like if you notice, both Raw and SmackDown coming off. It's like Survivor Series was like epic, and then it just we coming off the high of CM Punk coming back, Randy Orton coming back. R-Truth. But it was just like it felt like SmackDown and Raw didn't live up to it, but they of course recap some stuff that happened from Survivor Series, including Damage Control versus Team Bianca, and which led into our first segment of the night, which is Bianca Belair coming out basically talking about how happy she was and proud of her team for winning at War Games, but that she wasn't done with Damage Control and that Io still has something that she wants, and she wants her title back from Io. This will bring out Damage Control without Bayley, and basically without Bayley, but Io, Dakota Kai speaking for Io and them, said that if Bianca want another shot at Io for the title, because that Io had beaten her, she would have to go through all of Damage Control just to get a shot at Io, and that would start with tonight when she would have to take on. She would go who she basically said, fine, which one of y'all want to get it, and then Charlotte and Santi came out and basically even up and started a brawl, and then we found out that Bayley was backstage, and for some reason it's been excluded. Maybe because she took the pinfall at War Games. Who knows? But this will be an ongoing thing throughout the night. But it will be revealed later on that it will be Bianca Belair versus Kairi Sane in the main event. Then we have the first match of the night, which is Bobby Lashley versus Butch, which is basically, I guess, from that little backstage, show they usually do after the show was ended, and I guess this match was put together from their interaction then. So this was a typically good match. Like, it's interesting to see what they're doing with Butch, considering that Ridge Holland just walked off and he's like the last member of the Braun and Brutes because Sam is out injured. We don't know what's going on with Ridge Holland. So Butch is just on his own being a solo competitor and trying to prove himself. Now, I would think this would be the best time to put that. I think they think in this instance they should bring back Pete Dunne. Or at least start calling him Pete Dunne. But yeah, so the match was okay. I knew Bobby Lashley was going to win, but it was okay. It was a good showing from Butch. He did take it to Bobby Lashley a little bit. But the powerhouse that is Bobby Lashley, he won with a spear. Afterwards, he would get interviewed backstage about what was going on with the Braun and Brutes and stuff. But then he had an interaction with Pretty Deadly, and will get beat up by Pretty Deadly. Next, we had a backstage promo with Paul Heyman and Nick Aldis. With Paul Heyman confronting Nick about Randy Orton being invited to SmackDown, and that did his tribal chief know about this. Like, basically, Roman runs. Like, they make it seem like Roman runs everything. So anything that happens got to go through the tribal chief. And he said it was in the memos. He got the memo. It says any and all communications to Roman Reigns have to go through Paul Heyman. So he said consider Roman Reigns well informed, and that he did invite Randy Orton to the show. That he's also planning on making Randy Orton an exclusive member of the SmackDown brand right here tonight when Randy Orton comes out later on in the night, and that he said the big question is though, Paul, what are you going to do about it? And that was pretty much the end of that. And then later on, I'm just going to put these two together because this happened later on in the day. Like, I think it's like, what? We got a This might have happened. Yeah, this happened like after. No. Yeah, this happened after the second match. But I'm gonna put this together. Then Adam Pearce showed up to confront Nick about him inviting Randy on there and trying to get Randy a contract. And that he said, since you're going to do it, I'm going to do it as well. So that he got one of his own. And that there's going to be a bidding war for Randy Orton. More on that in the main, with, I guess, the last segment of the night. But yeah, we will then get Santos Escobar versus Joaquin Wild. And this was an okay match. Didn't think, I knew Santos was going to win. But it was still a good showing from some luchadors. But Santos Escobar will get the victory here. The thing is, I need more out of this feud. I need him to feud with actually either Carlito or Rey Mysterio. And since Rey Mysterio is injured, as we know he got a real life injury, had to get surgery, I need him to actually feud with Carlito. I need y'all to actually give Carlito something to do. Please. But yeah, Santos win the match. Really didn't care about it though. Then that's when then that's when Adam Pearce confront Nick. Then we will get Logan Paul, who will basically come out to not only celebrate that he won the United States Championship, but that to announce that they created him him and Nick came up with the idea to have a tournament, an 8-man tournament to determine the next number one contender for the United States Championship. It's going to have Santos, Bobby, Grayson Waller, Austin Theory, NXT superstar, random NXT superstar, Kevin Owens, and Dragon Lee. So it's going to have all them competitors in there, and they're going to, like I said, in the tournament style. But then Kevin Owens will come out and confront Adam Pearce, Logan Paul, and Logan tell Logan that he basically hates him, and that the first time he seen him was on Vine. We had a random Vine mention, and that was the first time he seen Logan Paul, and he already knew that Logan Paul was a douchebag dick, and that the real atrocity is him standing in their ring with that championship, and he said he's going to win that tournament, and then go on to beat him and take that title from him. Grayson Waller and then will come out to talk smack about Kevin, that saying that Logan shouldn't be having a conversation. He's better than that. He shouldn't be trying to mix words and have a conversation with Kevin Owens, that they forward disruptors and all this type of stuff. And that this would lead to Austin Theory get they guy in the ring. And Austin Theory would tell Kevin that he's in. Like, do he know who he in the ring with? He in the ring. He's standing across from Logan Paul, the man who like to knock people out for a living. And that once he knock you out, maybe you will stop. Maybe that will stop you from wanting to hit people in the. And then Kevin Owens hit him in the face. And then this will transition to our next match, which is KO versus Grayson Waller with Logan Paul commentary. And it was a good match. This was probably the first good match of the day that I actually kind of sort of even gave a crap about. And it was a good match. You know, Logan Paul did good on commentary. Kevin Owens would pick up an injury in the match. That's important here because it wasn't like an injury just for the match itself. It was like a legit injury. But with one hand, he ended up beating Grayson Waller with a roll up, and then not that same day, but I think it was like when you seeing this part, it will be Sunday. But yesterday on Saturday, it was revealed that Kevin Owens would be out for some time, so I'm thinking he's going to be taken out of the tournament because they said he really did mess up his hand. He got some fractures in his hand. That's going to require some corrective surgery or whatnot, but he should be back shortly. But I'm not. From what they say, it's not going to be soon enough for that tournament. It don't look like he's going to be in time to still to have the tournament, so he's going to have to get replaced by somebody else. They had the main event, which is Bianca Belair versus Kairi Sane, and they told Bayley to stay in the back. proving more dissension between Damage Control. And basically, Bianca and Kairi Sane had a good match. It was like the powerhouse person versus the small high flyer. And Kairi Sane was holding her own for the most part. With Bianca Belair doing her thing as well. Bayley would make it apparent. Well, actually, I should say, Sansi and Charlotte would be there with the other members of Damage Control. But the referee would send all of them back. And then doing towards like the end of the match, that's when Bayley popped up and tried to help Kairi win. But Kairi, it didn't do nothing. Like, she tried, but Kairi ended up still falling to a KOD. And Bianca Belair got through the first of which is going to be many of Damage Control members. Hopefully, Dakota Kai is on the verge of coming back, and she did say that she did mention that she most likely going to be returning in 2024. So here's hoping the Women's Royal Rumble. She's ready. She almost ready and gearing to go. She's not walking with a limp. She don't got no brace on, so she look like she's about ready to go. My guess is she's going to be in the Women's Royal Rumble. And then we got the the final segment of the night, which is Randy Orton basically coming up to decide where he's going to be on SmackDown or Raw. And Adam Pearce and them it was funny. They both were trying to overtalk each other to sell Raw or SmackDown to Randy Orton. And Adam basically said that if he signed with SmackDown, he would give him the winner between Seth Rollins and Jey Uso for the World Heavyweight Championship. And then Nick told Randy if he signed with SmackDown, he would get did I say SmackDown twice or say Raw? Adam said if he signed with Raw, he would get, just in case I said, kind of sound like I said SmackDown twice. I don't know. But yeah, like I said, he signed with Raw, he gets the winner between Seth Rollins and Jey Uso. But Nick Aldis, so if you signed with SmackDown, you would get the whole bloodline. He met what he told Paul Heyman earlier, that if he had to offer up the whole bloodline to get Randy Orton to sign with SmackDown, he will, and that's what he did. He offered up every member, including Roman, to Randy Orton if he signed. But then that's when Paul Heyman came out and told him that he won't get to choose whether he's going to be on SmackDown or Raw because the Bloodline's going to make that choice for him. And that's when Jey Uso and Solo Sikoa made their way to the ring to attack Randy Orton. But Randy Orton, with the help of L.A. Knight, he basically helped Finn him up with him and Solo fighting to the backstage, leaving Jimmy in the ring to get RKO'd. And Randy Orton finally made a decision, making his choice to go with SmackDown and tell Paul to call Roman and tell him, Daddy's back. I'm like, that worked for Rhea. I don't think that works for Roman, but I like the little nod there. And that's it. That was the end of the show. I would say this SmackDown didn't really do that. This was like a filler episode. I mean, they didn't really set nothing up for the Royal Rumble. Nothing of the Rumble was even mentioned on this show. They did, however, set up a feud between Randy Orton and wherever member of the Bloodline he could get until Roman comes back. Cause I think they said Roman won't be back until next month, till January. Yeah, I think after his last title defense, he was gonna miss Survivor Series, and then he's not gonna be here none this month. And then I think they said he's gonna return for the build up to the Rumble next month. I don't know. This episode didn't feel like it didn't really have anything of interest. Like I said, there's only one match. Like, that's a first for me. Like, usually I find like a couple of matches interesting, but yeah, most of the promos was good, and only one match or two matches actually stood out, and that was the Bianca versus Kyrie and Kevin Owens versus Grayson Waller. All the other matches they could have replaced that with better, or giving some more people who didn't get screen time some more shine. But with that being said, I'm going to give this a 6 out of 10 because it was okay. It was above average. It wasn't an average show. It was above average, just by 1 point. But yeah, I'm giving it a 6 out of 10. Big ups, and you let me know in the comments down below what you thought. And if you enjoyed my reaction, you know what to do, guys. Hit those buttons, and as always, hit any one of these videos. Hit this button right there for more of my WWE reviews. And now, hit any one of these videos for more of my amazing content. Peace.